Hi, we're going to keep going on our projects, and I'm going to teach you about a new thing called rmarkdown, and it is going to make your life so much easier. I use it constantly, especially when I'm working on my dissertation, because it's a quick way for me to send my code and my graphs to my dissertation chair so he can quickly see what I'm doing. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Packages, and you're going to go to Install, and you're going to search for my repository is on CRAN. You want it there, and it's going to install to my library that I have, which is the R library. So I'm going to look for R Mark. See if it's going to put it on there for me. There it is. Well, it's doing it differently. It's R Mark down right here. Okay, R Markdown, and I'm going to hit install, and it's going to install it. It's downloading it and everything for me. Okay, so then another thing, once I do that and it says it's downloaded, I'm going to do library and then R Markdown. See, and it actually comes up for me. Okay, and then I close the parentheses and I hit enter. All right, so what I've done is I have a package called R Markdown, and I use the install. Remember, it's right here. Oops. And that's where I put it in. And then once I have it installed, I've got to call to it, because you've got to install it and then you've got to call to it. So I do library R Markdown, and it brings it up for me. So if I go over here and look in my programs, going down, there it is. It shows me that it's clicked. All right, to start using R Markdown, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this right up here, new file, and do R Markdown. And I'm going to call this, let's call this, we're going to call this, we're going to do it in just a minute. We're going to do lesson 3, because I'm going to do it for the lesson 3 that we're about to do. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to hit Word. I like Word because I can add comments to it. A PDF I can't, and an HTML I can't. So I hit OK. All right, so it brings this up for me. All right, so what I want to do is I want to go up here and I want to get rid of all of this, okay? So, oops, I've got this. So let me show you what it does. So next to the 1, I have that apostrophe. So if I do 3 of those, and for me it's next to my 1, and then if I do the curly brackets, which to me is I have to hold shift and it's to the right of a P, and then I do R and then close the brackets, it gives me this. So what this tells me is I can write code now. Anywhere that you see it's white, it's not going to write it as code. So I can put example code for R Markdown. Oops. Okay, so here we go. Let's say I'm going to do this. We just did a few of these. I'm going to say 2 plus 3, and then I want a new, let's do 150 equals 130. Okay, and then what I have to do is I have to close it. So I have just to do, for this time, I just have to do 3 apostrophes, and that closes it. All right, so I've got what I have it called, and then I've got, remember, the 3 apostrophes, and then curly brackets are close it, my code, and then I do 3 or more of those to get it to close. So then I'm going to do something up here called knit, and it's going to look for something. So I'm just going to call it lesson 3. Put it where you can find it. Okay, hit save, and look what it's doing to me. It's saving it here. It's running it. And then it came up for me in a Word document. It's called lesson 3, my name, the date. So it says 2 plus 3 equals 5, and then 150 equals 130, and that's false. So as you can see, I'm going to go back to it. Everything in white, and let's do another one. Let's do another example. Okay, I'm going to go here, and again, I'm going to do this. Oops, do this. And then my brackets are, brackets. Okay, so when it makes that gray, you know something's going on. So let's do this. I'm going to do 60 divided by 3, and then let's do 75 times 12, okay? And then again, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to close it. Okay, and it's all ready. So then I'm going to knit it again, and it runs it again, and it will actually kind of make a new document. It happens behind the scenes. So I'm going to tell you, if you keep adding code, if you change something on it, you need to either change it here, or you need to make sure you save the document to a new name and then change it there. So say like I wanted to say like another example, I am not sure I did this correctly. Okay, so then if I knit it again, see, now it has it there. So all you do then is, because it's read only, you would save it. Go up here and do save as and give it a name. Okay. And for me on my computer, let me show you something important. If I go to my little folder, mine is all sitting in my documents. Here's where I started that R folder today, and there it is right there. It's sitting in my documents under data 1501. You may want to name yours like module 1, module 2, wherever we're doing something to help you find it. Okay, hope this helps.